Can we use turrets on her or some exploding fiery thing? Step away from the idiot! Protect me, Joe!
I've never had a girl in my life.
Yeah, I noticed. We need to try harder. Uh-oh, here she comes again.
Agent Tex is a bit of a badass.
Oh, fuck this. Are you fucking kidding me? Run! Bitch!
Flying toward the sky, waiting for my ride.
Insane, breakneck pace, no brakes, full speed ahead on this chase. Goons nipping at my heels, move my wheels, cause I'm not trying to get killed. Ooh, what I'm gonna do? Me and the crew, one false move, we through. Stress level high, it's full court press. Can't guess wrong, the result is death. Adrenaline filled like a kid needing Ritalin. Gotta get away from this bullshit middleman. Push to the max, no time to relax. Cause if we ain't swift, we facing the axe. But I ain't trying to hear it, float like a spirit. Finish line coming, I feel it's getting near it. Can't stop now, yo, we almost there, unaware of what awaits us in the air.
Flying toward the sky,
Landed safe on the back of the truck, now we ride through the streets, talk about good luck. Man, that was tough, jumping off the building, but if we didn't do it, then our time was up. Never that though, I'm just too swift, blessed with a gift that flows from my lips. Still represent, still talking that shit, still hit your chest like the blast from the fifth. Ain't no stopping, I'ma keep it popping, rolling and rocking, pure hip hopping, soul like rocking. You know I got plenty, I'm a C-note dog, and you more like a penny. Jeff sent the text, asked for the best, so I stepped right in, put flames to the test. Burn it down from dusk till dawn, rise from the ash, and then I'm gone.
flying toward the
I am the best. No one else is any better. Maybe they're not as good, but that's still a tie for the best. No one else is me. I'm the best round guy in the universe. Maybe there's a cube out there that could be pretty good, but I haven't met him yet. We don't hang out the same place. Sing along, you know. I am the best. I am the best. Back me up, aliens.
I am the big dog, top of the line, numero uno. Man, listen, I'm the illest orb you know. The god of the orbs, and church is the name. Nobody's better, and I know you feel the same. I'm so rare when floating through the air that all the other orbs ain't even in my atmosphere. They know to clear the way when the best come through, because I'm just the best and there's nothing they can do. Many tried, but just can't beat me. They all say it's hard, but to me it's rather easy to do what I do. Better than the rest, takes 4 words. I am the best. All praise church, the best, just admit it. Can't live without me, so you gotta live with it. I got a split, so let me hear you shout. Church, you the best. That's right, yo, I'm out.
I am the best. I am the best. I am the best. Worship me, you know you wanna do it. I am a god among orbs. I am the best.
Tuck called me up, said he needed a friend to play his wing and do my thing. Jump on the track, make the ladies sing. Off the Tuck, that boy's the truth. In the canyon or in the booth. Dr. Ruth ain't touching Tuck, cause the ladies know he's Dr. Fuck.
Ow! When I see the ladies, I say, oh, when the ladies see me, they say, girl, when I think about you, I say,
What's up, everybody?
I waited to hear the word live before I said anything.
We didn't get like a cool intro like the podcast does.
Theme song brought to you by.
Nettie.
That's Gus, Barbara, I'm Gavin, Bernie, and Gus.
Gus.
Welcome to the RWBY Livestream.
Are we live?
We're live.
Yes, live and just barely awake. How's everybody doing?
Live and in
We're
your
doing
ass.
good, yeah. Shane's here.
Yeah,
Yay.
Shane has to
On
say
the
goodbye
screen.
in a minute, so we
Shane
wanted him
Newville.
to swing by and say hello right now. Hey.
Nice, solid hey by
Here you go.
Shane. Hell, here, say everything you want to say. What the?
Is that a fart?
Russell, everybody.
Yeah.
Ursa.
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 Can we get a live performance of Ursa?
All right.
Yeah, give us a Russell line.
No, do your line
It
from.
was Ursa, back there in the woods.
No, Shane has better lines this year.
Yeah.
I have like.
It's just a bunch of efforts. Yeah.
Cooper Sykes.
All right.
I don't have any lines to it.
I don't know. You might have a few lines.
We can-
I don't
Okay.
remember.
Anyways.
Yeah. All
right.
right. Stellar.
Great
Hi,
start.
everybody.
Hi,
How's it
Shane.
going?
Oh
How
my
you doing?
god.
So everybody got to see the very first World of Remnant history lesson today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look pretty, you guys.
It
Good
was
job on
pretty.
that.
Kudos to Peter Sorensen, who is our 2D animator, who knocked that one out of the park.
Peter.
Yeah, using assets done by Christina on that one, I think.
Christina, I think maybe a little bit.
And a little bit of Patrick,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just some touch
A
up.
little bit of
Patty
action
mayonnaise.
essentials.
Yeah, and more than a little bit of stock
Some
footage. But
stock footage.
No, it looked good.
You look real good, man.
I like the
so
water
kudos.
splash.
I think this iPad.
yeah,
It's fun.
everyone seems to be thinking that was pretty cool, and they're happy to see new glimpses into the environment outside of Vale, which is
Yeah.
nice.
It's cool for me too, cause like I've been in RWB land for a while. So whenever like a new episode comes out, that's normally like the first time I've got to see it, like with all the beautiful like final passes that you guys put out and everything.
It's so
so
happy-
Thursdays are exciting for me too.
Yeah, I actually I kind of enjoy watching over your shoulder and seeing you rediscover the episodes for the first time. We literally had to peel him away from animating.
Yeah.
Dealing with RVB 12. This is a podcast. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, like
Just
you don't
now.
even like wait until the you wait until it's online. You don't even just grab the export that's on our server.
Yeah,
You're
I
just
don't,
like-
I don't have time.
Yeah. I was like, it's 3. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's made Thursdays a lot of fun, man. I'll just be like it'll be like, because now they come out at 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
3 o'clock for sponsors Central Time.
Yeah, which is super
Plug.
earlier than I'm used to. So I'll just be working and I'll just go. Gotta go to roosterteeth.com right now.
And a couple of seconds later, wait, I wrote that?
And then proceed to go to Tumblr for 2 hours.
Yeah, no, I want to have tops.
I reserved that for
Reddit,
I reserved
Tumblr,
that
Twitter.
stuff for toilet time.
Toilet time.
Toilet Tumblr time.
That's why you just catch up on.
I hit
things.
up Tumblr, Twitter,
Well-
Reddit, the website,
Yeah.
and Dig,
Pornhub.
Pornhub,
Well, there's a
RedTube.
password in this iPad, so this is dead to me now. Anyways,
Oh, okay.
That's your scroll tablet.
I tried to guess it.
Anyways, we're doing that's a sweet picture. We're gonna
Gray
do
has
Q&A
tablet.
stuff, right?
You have
Yeah,
tablet.
you want to delve into that? If somebody wants to get the Twitter pad going again, that's cool.
Well, that's not
Otherwise,
happening,
we
right?
will start
we get
with
this
Unless there's some type of top security.
I'm gonna
we'll
guess.
start some questions
Or
off
Patrick's.
the website. So these are comments on the journal entry from a couple of days ago.
There's a lot of questions on there.
Hey, I hacked it. Sorry.
Oh, nice. Hack the planet, dude.
Okay, let's do a little recap. What are the names of the known or discovered continents that we're talking about so far?
Oh, man, I was just saying.
Do we
earlier,
want to clarify what's a continent or a kingdom or a school?
Have we done that yet?
Dude, we need a map because it was
Yeah.
so long ago.
Okay, so kingdoms that we have spoken of.
Yeah.
Vale,
Yeah.
Yes.
Vacuo.
Yes.
Yeah. Home to such people as.
Vacuo.
Yeah.
We learned that Sun was originally from Vacuo.
Sun's from Vacuum.
And Tucson was gonna go to Vacuo.
Yeah. He was
But
gonna
then
vacation
he had to
spot.
go to work that day.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Uh-oh.
I'm pretty excited about when we get to Vacuum.
Yeah, Vacuo's cool.
It's gonna be fun.
Atlas slash Mantle.
Yeah.
Do you want to describe that?
Do we want to? No, we should wait about the Atlas Mantle thing. for later.
There's actually there's gonna be more information on that in another form of one of these
Thingies.
So,
and Mistral. Yeah. Yeah.
Mistral.
And then, in Mistral we have the
They all
Haven
kinda-
Academy.
we're all just like we've changed these names so many times and like reworked them all that like we're just saying them slowly because it's like this is what we ended up on.
I'm looking. I'm
right?
like going visual cues like Mistral.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, we're good.
Yeah. So yeah, Beacon, Haven Academy, Mistral, Beacon Academy, Vale, Atlas. Talk about some other time. Then we haven't really talked about the school at Vacuo, but we will
Not
in
yet.
time.
Was it? What was it?
Money.
Yeah, it's. Oh, it's so hot. Oh, wait, it's not hot anymore.
Oh, right.
Welcome to
story.
the end of Crunch production.
Yeah, everybody's a little delirious if you
And
can't
then there's
tell.
been a few other places mentioned. We mentioned what? Patch.
Yeah,
Signal,
Patch.
Signal.
Menagerie.
Yeah.
Right. Did we
Yeah,
some
yeah,
people
yeah.
could use some clarification on that because we talked those countries or those cities or those schools, right?
They're places.
They're places. I mean, there's more than
One
there's
of them's
places.
a mall. They have Jamba Juice in
They've got like a Journeys there. Van.
Express.
Hope they have a witch.
Okay. I'd say we're going to bounce back and
All
forth.
right, real
Yeah,
questions.
moving right along. We're going to go to Twitter for a second.
Yeah.
Hey, what inspired Neptune as a character? And his surname translation that we decided on like the night before we wrote the credits.
No, we had that planned out for ages. Yeah.
Monty?
Neptune. Well, the funny thing about Neptune is, remember he had originally had a different design and was on a different team, but then we moved him on the Suns team.
Oh, yeah.
We were like, we were having a tough decision with that. We were like, oh, we do have this other cool team, but then again, we could use him now if we move him on the Suns team. So we took the N from another team and put him on Suns team.
Which is pronounced, because I've seen this question go by lots of times. Say the team's name.
Sun.
Team Sun.
Team
Or Sun.
Yeah. It's not season. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
which
Team
was
Sun.
one of the first teams we had.
Yeah.
Like one of the original teams was RWBY, Sun, and a few others. But Sun was one of the first original teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. There are a bunch of questions going by on things that, by the way, we are going to touch on in upcoming World of Remnant. Worlds of Remnant?
World of Remnant.
World of Remnant?
Worlds of
Kidding.
Remnant.
Yeah,
World of
in the history
Warcraft,
lessons.
World of
Great.
Remnants.
Yeah, so if you don't get your question answered, just hang in there a few more weeks. Spoiler.
Gray's lighting looks top. That's sexy. What is this?
Oh, it's been fun with the
thank
color,
you.
yeah.
Thank you. Can you zoom in on text on these
No, you
things?
cannot.
No, you can't. Oh, it's too bad.
You take a picture
Oh yeah. Okay.
if you remember the password.
I didn't see.
Oh,
the
here's an
password, so-
interesting one. I tell you what, there's a bunch of questions going by about semblances, but the one that just got my attention are semblances hereditary? This is from Lily Chat. For example, is Weiss's snow glyph inherited, or is it just a coincidence that it's the Schnee logo?
I think they could be similar, right? Sure.
That's a solid maybe.
Yeah.
You know what? We think about the character and their relation to their parents when it comes to this stuff. So
Sure,
it's like,
yeah.
right? We think about them more than they are than whether it's a lineage thing, and it just seems to happen that way.
Yeah, it's kind of like a lot of times where like if you're Tony Hawk's kid, you're probably gonna learn how to skateboard at a young age. It's kind of you might get you'll learn things from your
If
parents.
you're
and things like
Jaden
that.
Smith, you're gonna be a sweet rapper, right?
Yeah. Dude, like, how do we even know our eyes are our eyes? You know, like, what do we see? Dude, I can't wait for Jaden's team.
Oh, let's get right. It's Q the Barry White. Can humans and Faunus interbreed?
Ooh.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, why not?
Totally.
Yeah.
Love is love.
Yeah.
Maybe we already see them.
Dun dun dun.
So we've got some voice actor
Jean
questions
and
we can get to in a little while when we have some more guests coming in. Do the vehicles use dust as a fuel source? Do you want to talk about tech and how dust works with that?
Didn't we mention that in the?
We have a little
Yeah.
bit, but let's
Yeah.
reiterate.
A lot of the technology in Remnant is pretty much powered by dust.
Fuel sources as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a big thing.
Yeah.
Gary, you ever watch
Same
Giant
thing.
Robo?
Yeah.
Remember like the what was it? The engine? What was it
A
called?
Volvo.
No, something or other drive.
You know, that-
Oh,
Yeah, that should do something
Yeah.
Japanese drive.
but
Like commitment. Like they're
There will.
That was one of my favorite things. They did so many great establishing shots of like all the technology in the world using that one drive and being reliant on it. It was great. You guys should watch Giant Robo. It's a good show. Yeah.
will the shopkeep ever be happy?
He's always happy.
He's always
What are you
happy.
talking about?
That's why he smiles so much.
mine's supposed to be no because it's Patrick.
Whatever. Patrick Rodriguez, voice of.
I think one of the biggest mysteries for me for Volume 2 is going to be: are we going to reveal? Does he have brothers? Is it the same guy? Is
That's
there a
the big twist.
clone?
Yeah.
army?
Is he our Nurse Joy or is he just omnipresent?
Yeah.
I
Is
like
he
to
our
think he's
cabbage
like
guy?
Jesus. He's just with you everywhere.
A lot of people equate him to Cabbage Guy now.
Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, yeah.
So much peril.
Yeah.
He just doesn't say anything.
Yeah, instead of my
And
cabbages,
parallels.
he's like
Yeah.
So, we got people asking about, well, so now that we've kind of recognized a lot of the ships and fanfics out there, like, and the shipping names, you guys want to, so I guess we use some of those in Chapter 4 as some of the team maneuver names?
Yeah, Monty, you were like the mad scientist, like, wait a second. We already have combo names. They exist out there. That was your brainchild.
I saw The Hobbit, and I was like, those dwarves are on point. They know what each other are doing. We need to do cool stuff like that. Where they're like, essentially,
Drink beer.
Yeah.
Have beards.
Get short. I like Get Gold better. That was good.
Where, like, I remember watching The Hobbit, both the first one and the second one, where they try to showcase how, like, they have this subconscious communication. And I want a Team RWBY to have some of that, where, like, as a team, they like know they're like ahead, they're one step behind each other. So, but like to do it with code words would cool. I remember like you guys watched Young Justice,
yes,
and they'd have moves together, but it'd be like move 42, and I'm like, that sounds lame. Move 42, that's nothing. So I was like, let's just use something that kind of exists and kind of interprets what our characters are together, anyways. And our fandom is pretty creative about putting names together, because in previous animes, like in Naruto, if it was Naruto and Sakura, Sasuke, it'd be Narusaku, and it'd be like, previous generation of anime shipping was so uncreative, but our generation of anime shipping, it's like, they get fucking creative with this shit.
Sea monkey.
Yeah.
Sea monkey. It's really great.
So much gay.
Seeing a lot of questions go by about asking for explanation between the relationship between Yang and RWBY and differences in the names, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, hold on to your butts.
Yeah, which I think that's all we want to say about that.
Yeah.
I just want to stay splayed out across this couch.
Dude, can we splay over each other?
Absolutely.
Is that a word?
Yeah. Yes. We're writers. We're pretty sure splay's a word. Kind of.
This is good.
This is nice. Yeah.
Do we want to talk about what other sort of faunus are out there?
Dude, bunches.
Like, do we have any limitations? Are they all mammals? I see that question go by
It
a
seems
lot.
like it. I can understand why people say that, because it seems like they're all mammals. Are all the ones we've seen so far mostly mammals?
I think the ones that we've seen so far are all mammals.
We
yes,
talked
but
about there being rarer.
There's
types.
definitely a rarity to things, not the pony, that will
die.
That you'll notice. I mean, like maybe mammals more common, that kind of thing. Yeah.
But there's a pretty wide variety of faunus. Some being more popular than others.
Like at high school.
Yeah, all the goats hang out together.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to
like
make
a herd.
Yeah,
Do they go like see stuff?
What?
Never mind.
Oh, shut up.
They like soda cans.
No, there's a lot of different types that we haven't seen, and sometimes the faunus traits aren't necessarily super apparent. A prime example of that would be, Blake has cat ears. Spoiler. Tuxin didn't have any sort of ears. He had claws.
Dick.
Every faunus has a different trait that they get from their species. It's not necessarily always going to be ears, or Sun has a tail. Sometimes it could be something that isn't.
What was Tuxin?
Tuxin? I think it was some kind of cat, actually.
Yeah, well, like a puma.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Is that an actual cat? Right?
What,
No,
like
it's a
puma?
shoe.
I can't.
Yeah. It's like in that
Okay.
family of like
When you said
Pumas
that, I
and
heard
Reebok.
people in the office just start laughing.
I'm tired.
Dude, we're all tired.
We're all pretty tired right now, actually.
I was taking
Seriously,
a
though,
nap
Bernie is like a
before-
puma. Like that's like a tiger or something, right? I mean, what is?
A lot of people are asking stuff about the history lesson today. One person, not related to that, was asking, like, will Jin Taylor's narrator from Volume 1 ever come back? Surprise! Go!
We
Yeah,
loved her
boy,
voice.
do we have
Yeah.
a video for you. I guess so. That one goes. If you're not a sponsor, then it goes public tonight at 7 on the roosterteeth.com. But a lot of people are
Timely
asking about is dust a limited resource? So they're like, well, what happens if supplies start to run low or someone controlling it? Or,
That is an excellent question.
Yeah.
Sure hope people don't start running out or anything. That could be a
'cause that could
conflict.
cause all sorts of tension.
We've definitely confirmed that it's mined.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's definitely mined. It's taken from the planet.
Yeah.
Who knows how much is there? How much is left?
Yeah.
Maybe Dick Cheney's gonna take it all. Who knows? Political. It's like 10 years old. Who cares?
I don't give a fuck.
Here's an easy one. How does Ruby's crescent rose attach to her butt when it's in portable mode? And I think you can actually see it.
There's,
I mean,
there's a holster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a holster. There's a metal plate
Yeah,
back
yeah,
there.
yeah. In
Yeah,
fact, there's
I know
All
that.
right, you ready? Magnets.
Yeah.
I was going to say glutes, but
Yeah.
right.
there's some characters where we don't explain it as well. I went to trouble making sure Ruby has a holster, but some fucking characters.
What I actually didn't realize, and I felt really dumb for this, Blake has something up here too.
Yeah.
I didn't see it until like one day I was like looking at a shot and I was just like, what is that on her back? Like, what is this?
What's this robot attached
Yeah.
to her? Oh, it's a backpack.
Oh, that was there. I'm
She has-
dumb.
She has like this tech backpack.
Yeah, it's cool.
Here's one. Are we ever going to get to see the symbol underneath Jean's armor breastplate? Now, the funny thing is that occasionally in editorial, the different departments are delivering shots, and we'll get something where part of the shot's missing, like the armor didn't get rendered out or what have you. And I've actually seen what the symbol is. I was like, wait, that's really under there?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
his true. That's his true symbol.
Yeah. If you
I
know,
want to see it one day.
If you
We've
know,
already
you-
kind of hinted at it.
We
occurs to
have
me.
absolutely hinted at it in Volume
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, we have.
It's nothing
We should leave it at
spectacular.
that.
It's just something, I don't know.
It was just something you just arbitrarily chose, and you were like, "What about this?" And I was like, "That's fucking awesome."
Yeah. And then we just put it on everything he wears, I guess.
A little bit, not everything.
I can't wait till like.
Have people noticed the bottom of his shoes yet?
No.
Oh, did that make it through? Is
I
that in
saw
the
it.
thing?
I saw it in something.
Okay, yeah, it's
I'm pretty
there.
sure it's
wow,
in,
I
yeah,
can't believe
so-
it. I
The
remember.
bottom of his shoes are labeled left and right.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Be prepared.
Yeah.
I could be suffering from a concussion, not know things. Look at my feet. Yeah. Good to go.
I think it's interesting that there's a lot of questions about the moon, but I don't know what we can talk about yet.
Essentially, we just talk about how it
Phases
was a
and
cool,
shit, right?
idea. It was
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
aesthetically, and could play into stories later.
Yes.
Yeah,
There
the
are-
moon will be important.
It is
some
not 100% arbitrary.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good way to
no,
put it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not coincidental what
Yes.
you've been seeing going on with it.
It's not just an aesthetic choice.
We'll put it that way.
But I like the aesthetic choice.
It is a cool
It's
aesthetic
pretty.
choice. Yeah.
We've covered this
have not
before, like
used
at the
enough this year.
conventions, but for the people on the stream today, Monty, why do all the continents look like dragons?
That was coincidence.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it was
Ketchup,
the
man.
stains on the napkin,
Ketchup.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so the
mean-
origin of the map was...
Oh,
mic
yeah,
up
like I
there.
took ketchup, napkin, or and then like it just smushed it, and it just worked out.
The creative process, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
That map.
Next.
Let me
next
tell
year-
ya.
Next,
Holds a-
next show, stain up like poop stain.
It's crazy what ketchup will make.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you look at that map,
It's pretty crazy.
it's pretty crazy.
Carrie.
It's pretty.
Carrie, you're gonna hate it. I guarantee.
We're not
you.
gonna- nope,
Eventually, it's
everything's
gonna come out.
I'm going to always love it forever.
It's gonna be our secret until the day we die.
Yeah.
Since
On
we've
my-
got a...
My
I'm sorry.
deathbed, I'm going to whisper.
Didn't mean to cut you off. I think we've got an Attack on Titan fan. They're wondering whether or not are the combat schools like Beacon, or are there combat schools like Beacon that specialize in warriors other than huntsmen, like say military or law enforcement?
We go a little kind of sort of into that near the
Yeah.
end of the season, but in general, it's like, and we also somewhat touch on this in another World of Remnant, I believe.
A little bit.
I would definitely say that it can be similar to, like, let's say you go to a certain college because you want to be a doctor or because you want to, be an
I wanna
engineer.
cook.
Yeah.
Make it a stew.
So there's definitely some of that going on.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, just like
But there's-
just like in our world. I mean, yes,
Right.
there are specialized places where you go to learn certain things: culinary school, med school, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. In terms
Robot
in terms
school.
in butt school, yes.
I said robot, but
Oh, I heard butt school.
Robot butt school.
But yeah, no, I would say though that the Huntsman academies are really like the cream of the crop when it
Yeah.
comes to defense, offense, and all sorts of cool fighty stuff.
I really like sitting like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that out. Show off too much of my pasty thighs.
Yeah, there's the view.
God damn it!
I love that show.
You're so white.
I know. I'm the whitest Mexican dude.
Because like you don't get any sunlight anymore.
No, there's no windows in this building. It's like a casino.
It could be raining and we wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Here's a schedule question. People are asking, is there going to be an off week or a history lesson? Is it every 4 episodes? And it's not every 4.
No.
It's after 4, obviously, and after 7 and after 10?
After 7 and after 10, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's the schedule.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so those
I
will
love that
those will
movie.
be bye weeks for RWBY this year.
Yeah.
Torchwick versus Locust, who would win?
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
Well, don't.
I want to
Yeah,
know.
go ahead and answer
I want
that
to think
one.
about that.
Don't skim over that.
we'll
I
come
feel
back to
like
that.
if
The only
potential RWBY 12 spoilers if you haven't been watching, if Locust was just going against Torchwick mano a mano, I think Torchwick might win. But if Locust had Felix,
What?
I think they destroy him. I don't know. That's man.
Palomo
magic,
versus
magic
Neptune.
versus military. I don't know. Palomo versus Neptune.
I feel like Neptune would win.
Neptune would destroy Palomo. Palomo would be
I
like, Palomo would be like, reach for the
I feel like they would just like both stop and start checking out butts or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Mercury's boots have a name.
Left and right.
Cherokee. Yeah. What's another boot brand?
Yeah. Sure. We'll figure that out.
We'll get back to
Not
you.
right now, but every weapon,
Yeah.
Lonnie comes up with a name for some.
Yeah.
At some point.
Attack pose.
Is that how is that attack pose? How on earth? What attack?
Do you really want to know?
Yes. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna go like whatcha and like fart attack.
No,
but-
not,
okay.
not in public.
I'm getting the feeling that we should have a poll sometime for like what McFarlane figures they want next, or what other like RWBY merch. Because
Yeah.
we're seeing a lot of stuff going like, when are they going to make this character? When are they going to make that character? And everyone's asking about the World of Remnant game. So I'm kind of curious. Do you guys want to talk about how you came up with that?
Okay. So we think Yu-Gi-Oh references are hilarious.
They're great. Everything about them.
Really though, no, we actually do play board. We play board games a lot. We play Cosmic Encounters.
Yeah.
We'll play Munchkin. And that's fun. Like when we had spare
I
time.
grew
we would
up
do
playing
that.
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic.
Yeah, nerd.
Yeah.
I just played Pokemon, but no, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Did you have badges?
No, I didn't. You were better than me. But I don't know. It just we thought the board game scene would be a fun way to get a lot of world exposition across.
Yep.
Like if you actually listen to like the nonsense coming out of their mouth, you get a ton of clues and info as to what the different
Very
continents are like.
carefully worded clues and info. They were
But-
just like just enough information.
Yeah. So we just thought it was it accomplished. You got some comedy. It was fun just because it was like a board game, man. Yeah, it's cool to see
Yeah.
kids being kids. And then we also got some information across.
You figure, RWBY and Yang have been playing board games all their lives
Yeah.
together, so it's like they fit really well together.
It
with
was, and then
that.
it was fun to just see Weiss, who like probably never really got to play board games a
Yeah.
lot, was just like,
She was like, "This isn't chess."
yeah, like what is this? And then Blake was in her own world dealing with
Yeah.
troubles.
Yeah.
Angst.
But we talked about like we spent a fair amount of time
Yeah.
trying to come up with the actual rules for the game. We got a lot of vague stuff figured
Like the
out, but then
basic
we were
concept,
like,
yeah.
we have a show to write. We should probably stop doing this.
Yeah.
So we'd love to come up with rules. Actually,
We probably spent like an extra closures. We spent like an extra like half day just figuring out the rules, and then went, "We should keep writing."
love you, Gray, best producer in the
The
world.
producer hat is way over there today.
All right, cool.
That's fine. Also, wow, we're
what time is
already
it?
losing time.
Okay.
It's 5:25. We have a couple members of the RWBY voice cast hanging out here. We should
Yeah.
like have them start to come hang out while we ask some more questions.
Okay.
Should we duck and roll out? What do you think?
No.
we should do?
Everybody
Okay.
stay put. And we can
Okay.
share mics for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I know Blake is into hizzy,
Yo,
and we
lady
got
girl.
Weiss is here, actually running the
Weiss
mixer,
Weiss is
running the switchboard.
doing her duty.
Yeah. But as long as we're talking about that, I just saw a
she's from
question go
Shadows.
by. People were asking, yeah,
Anyone come on
when
the couch?
are the
Ninja moves?
when are the plush dolls coming out? And the answer to that's really soon. We had them at RTX.
You
but
are like a
we
cat.
got a few of them for that. We
Oh my God.
Monochrome!
Are you okay?
Are you guys okay? that was a
so
romantic.
this is why they're voice actresses
Oh wow.
You're right.
and all the paddings in the booth.
Weiss down.
So if we could just get a mic to Kara on the floor.
Black and white together at last.
Are you okay, Aaron? I'm sorry.
Are you okay? That was
you okay?
adorable. That was like the most adorable thing I've seen all day.
I was actually.
So what's the inspiration for Weiss's agility in the show? Agility? No, joke. Nobody gets it. All right.
Just being cool and fast, you know. She's
Yeah, all right.
I was actually trying to be
Screw it.
cute, and I was gonna pretend to step on Erin, but really jump over her. But that was a horrible failure.
You were gonna jump over her onto the table?
I was going to just.
And then balance on the chair. Yeah. And then I mean, great. Yeah.
This is why I'm behind the camera. Right.
Let's talk about some acting stuff.
It's Burberkeen.
Actually, we're going to start with you.
Barbara.
You're one of the more recent additions to the cast. How are you? How are you getting into working as Neptune? And how have you? What have you seen of the audience response so far?
Oh
What do you think of that?
I love everybody in the world. It's been the coolest thing. It was really scary.
Neptune's got a ton of fan art really quick.
Yeah, he did. It was also really scary too because I recorded Neptune before I recorded anything for Palomo, but the Palomo came out first.
Oh, okay.
So I was really like, it was just a really. Are we? Oh god, I thought we were doing another ice bucket challenge for a second. Why is there barbecue sauce in the beer?
Move Neptune.
Hey. So I was. It was a little nerve wracking, but everybody's been really awesome about the
Hello.
reception. So.
Where's Lindsay?
I think
don't know.
Neptune is my favorite.
Probably cutting away in the
favorite
AH
dude
office.
character.
But
I'm trying to
Bless.
I'm trying to compliment you. I think Neptune's
go back to
my
Twitter
favorite
for a
dude
second.
character. He's still not listening to me.
Carrie.
He's kind of mine.
I was about to go get Lindsay.
I'm telling you that I think Neptune's my favorite dude character in RWBY. And Palomo is one of my favorites too. I really just enjoy you as a person.
Apparently, yes. Thank
and
you.
listening to you talk. Guys, look at all these sunglasses we have in here. We have a varied
Whoa.
selection.
We have, oh, you need to wear these. They're the pun glasses.
They are.
Aaron, I had a question for you actually. I just wanted to know, like, if you wanted to talk to people about, Blake being even more intense than usual, the first part of this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here, talk to Mike.
What do you want to say about that? Like, what?
What do I want to say about Blake being intense?
Yeah, she's.
Like why she is, or how I feel about it?
Yeah,
or?
well, I mean, she's obviously kind of pretty. I don't want to say obsessed, but she's pretty intent on going off and finding out what's been going on. And
Does this work?
hey, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Blake is very strong-willed. She doesn't really give up very easily, and she's becomes a little bit obsessed about getting done what she wants to get done, and it takes over a little too much. And it was really exciting to do that because in the first season she's just really pretty mellow, monotone, not really like the center of attention or anything like that. And I think that's kind of how she wants it. But come the second season, suddenly there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of like character with her, and it was really fun to portray and to change up a little bit, do something different.
I've got a really deep, serious question for you. As long as we're talking about Blake, do you think that she listens to people through her human ears or her cat ears?
I've asked this question before. I don't know. I think she listens through her cat ears, and her human ears are they're for piercings. Yeah, they're so I can look cool.
They're fashion statements. I've been handed this microphone. I don't know what it's for.
We can share
Give it to Miles. Give it to Miles.
Share this one.
Yeah.
I literally hopped on set and someone was
Look
just
how
like,
tan
take
I
it.
look.
Give it to Kara. They're saying.
Oh, I get my own pretty blue one. Okay.
The Weiss microphone.
Look, I'm Miles Luna. RWBY, huh?
The Schnee company probably makes like audio recording equipment, right? Yeah.
Definitely.
Flaunt that
Jess
shit.
can do anything.
Did I?
Nice.
Where did they go? Kara took them.
Oh, right here. No, they're on.
Only a few people got that joke.
Hey.
I liked it. I got it.
Hey.
I get that reference.
Good.
Do you want to talk about, a lot of people, I think, were a little surprised to, I mean, hell, heck, everyone was surprised to see Cinder and the rest of Team Kramer, whatever the hell we're calling them.
Kramer? Team Kramer?
Gary beats us. Awesome. I mean, but to see Cinder and Merc and Emerald at Beacon. So what are the ages of those characters? But what's a ballpark?
I saw this really funny picture online of like this old guy wearing like a backpack.
Steve
and
Buscemi.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
him? Yes. Like ready for school. It's
Hey,
like, this is
fellow
Cinder.
young
people.
Monty?
You know, she's young enough.
I was saying, like, my argument, we talked about this before, but Michael, if you can hear me, you know it's true. But he looks like he's still in high school, and Michael's almost like, he's 27, so I think Cinder can rock it. Just saying.
Yeah, we were talking about this in the bungalow. There's actually a lot of us who can play younger people, no matter what age we actually are. Yeah. And I mean, Judd Nelson played in the Breakfast Club, and he was like 35.
Maggie played a 15-year-old in a college film when she was like 22.
Yeah,
so
so
she's
passes
good.
a 15-year-old now, I think. Some people just pass. They just do.
Although Cinder is older than most of the kids that we see in Team RWBY and at Beacon, she's definitely still within that age range of being like passing as a senior student. She's a hot
Held
chick,
back.
dude. She can pass.
She's timeless.
Yeah, maybe she got held back.
Yeah. Cinder
Yeah, please.
Cinder
What is the name of Neptune's Trident? By the way?
Also,
Is she Spanish?
No.
I don't know.
Por supuesto.
Do we have a name for Neptune's Trident yet?
Do we?
You're the guy to ask.
I don't think.
Okay, we'll get
Yes.
back. We'll post something.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's great.
Sorry for the late hello, everyone, but hello.
Hi.
Welcome, Lindsay.
It's Lindsay.
Oh my God, you guys are in order. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was really exciting for me.
I think
Actually,
we
we'll
have
get
it
back
on
over to the
screen.
we do it in our brain. I don't think
Lots of
we
people asking
actually do
about
that
atoms.
anymore.
It's
You
a
guys just
natural
think that
reaction.
There was one like show or something where we were out
if you
of
see
order
anything
for something, like in a
interesting.
picture, and I was just like, this bothers me.
It did. It bothered me too. You can realize. You can notice it.
Hurting on the
Did anybody else not see Austin just
Oh, yeah.
bum rush the stage
We-
to steal some beer?
Well, we were trying to keep it, on the DL.
No, fuck
but
that. That was funny.
Being profesh.
I was thinking I'm going to do the same in a second.
Yeah, you missed my fall,
Professionalism,
Lindsay.
beard
That's
thief.
great.
Random question.
We need a
somebody's
character
asking-
that has a semblance of beer. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh
anyways,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh no, this is important. Yeah, can we
okay.
get on that?
Beer.
Somebody's asking about the footage from the RWBY panels at RTX 14, and if things go well, you might be interested in picking up the Blu-ray this fall.
Hint.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to wind up on the DVD. It might be a Blu-ray specific, exclusive sort of thing.
Those are great characters.
Get up with the time. Get a Blu-ray.
Both panels. This past year in 2013.
Oh my gosh.
So much
Premiered
fun.
RWBY, and then we had Volume 2.
Yeah, that was wild.
Nuts.
You might get to see those costumes again if you're going to Fan Expo next weekend.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that might be a good time. Talking about things that came out in the last week or so, episode 4 hit. We finally got to show off, or no, episode 3, I guess, is when they get to show off the new street clothes.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys were dying to actually cosplay those at RTX, but the series hadn't premiered
It wouldn't
yet.
have made any sense to anybody.
Yeah.
You can buy Blake's tights or leggings or whatever at Forever 21 right now. I saw them last night because I was not online shopping because why would
Girls
I
don't do that, right?
You're the one with the stripes?
There's 2 stripes.
They were like
Yeah,
perfect. Too.
exact. They were kind of thick, but I mean,
Hashtag.
no, okay.
Hashtag the one with the stripes.
Yeah.
No, hashtag thick.
Hashtag thick. But yeah, no, they're totally there.
I feel like as a cosplayer too, I'd be sad. I'd be like, oh man, I didn't know this costume existed. I would have done that. Boo.
I know.
Great, I'm sorry if I get your back wet.
I
That's
think
my favorite thing about Jean.
Another
Want
day at the
cosplay
office.
Jean, get a hoodie, some jeans, a few sneakers.
But you have to make the armor.
Yeah, the armor's the hardest part. I've seen, but
You
dude,
didn't
I've seen
even
people.
make your own
I've seen
armor.
people. Yeah, my friend Dan made it. I've seen people rocking the white cardboard Jean armor though, and I'm like, that's honestly really appropriate. Yeah, like that
Nailed
Jean
it.
before he got his armor.
That's
he
like
was
Halloween Jean.
Yeah.
There was one in Australia we saw that was actually really cool. It was a gender bent Jean, and she had made her own gauntlets. They were very similar to Yang's, but they went all the way up her arm, and they were white like the shield, and they could
Whoa.
like fold. It was really cool.
wow. Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
she went all out and made it her own.
Like
There
a
was a
lizard.
girl at RTX that actually had like a collapsing Jean shield that I thought was super cool.
She loved you.
Somebody sent me a. I'm so sorry I don't remember your name, but they sent me Jean's actual sword. I'm gonna go get it.
Oh, yeah, go grab it. Yeah, this
Yeah,
thing
you
was
have it. It's
darn cool.
awesome.
On
And it
that
mounts
note-
correctly. I mean, it's, yeah.
Oh,
Sheath jokes. I will come back with that.
Took me a second.
Practice proper mounting,
Miles
everyone.
can't get it.
There are so many.
over there.
Oh my gosh.
There's a
Kara
ton of
is
fantastic
just on
questions
it
going by
today.
that we can't
felt
talk
you
about
jump.
because it's all going to get used one way or the other.
That was one person asked like 50 questions.
Yeah. Well,
On that note, I'm so sorry, everyone, but I have to leave. My timing here is brief. Goodbye,
Aw,
everyone on
thank
the
you for saying
internet.
hello.
Yes, I'm so
Goodbye,
sorry to
Lindsay.
stop in and leave. Goodbye.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. They were talking about the plushies. So there was a strike on the West Coast at the docks that deal with international imports and things like that, and that has delayed a whole bunch of Rooster Teeth merchandise in general, including things like that was part of the reason why Yang was delayed. That's why the plushies haven't quite shown up in the store yet. But so as soon as that stuff gets cleared up, they're ready to go. So
They'll
stay
be
tuned.
here eventually.
We'll announce as soon as we have them.
Now we're newbie.
But I mean, Yang's out, so that's all you
Yeah.
need in life. You're set.
Yang is out now.
Anyone?
What?
Available
No?
in the store.
I didn't hear what you said.
Yang.
We're newbie.
I don't get it.
Neptune. Weiss.
Hey, check that out.
Ah.
And he's not wearing a belt or anything.
funny.
Magic.
So yeah, no, this is the
10 points.
Yeah.
Magnets.
This is the sword that was. I can't see what's a good camera. Maybe here
Rub
next
it
to
on
me.
Greg.
Oh, I'm
you
getting
wanna hold
stabbed
it?
by a stick.
Rub it on Gray's iPad.
Yeah, look at. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so pretty, so nice.
Unsheath it.
Vanna Haddock.
This is my plan all along.
It just hasn't been a season if someone hasn't hung a blade in my
But yeah,
throat.
it was nice. It came with a really powerful magnet, so you can just like clip it onto any pants. Just don't put it in the pocket that you have your phone in. I did not learn that from experience.
Is our fridge magnetic, or is it like
The
plastic?
side of our fridge is magnetic, not the front.
Not the
though.
front? Okay.
Yeah.
We should put it onto the
We
side.
got one
of
of them.
Yeah, Miles said that was the strongest magnet ever and tried to demonstrate it and put it up to the side of the fridge where it's magnetic and it fell. So I was like,
Gotta
I
get
guess
it
it's
right.
not
It will
the strongest.
stay.
Look
It
at
will stay.
this.
I keep it in my locker.
But it's awesome how it does the whole magnet thing in your pocket. That's really, really cool.
Don't put it next to hotel cards either, because that will screw up too.
I am like
Is there anything
wildly.
it can go next to? Like
A
carpet.
Red Bull can.
Yeah.
Oh, look at what he did there. That's awesome.
Magnets, how do they work?
Hey Monty, we're streaming.
Right.
Welcome to the show, Monty.
How's it going?
What is it weird like how you created us and we're sitting and we're sitting here
My creation.
on a couch?
That's actually a good question. We haven't interviewed you.
Do you feel like we're like Monty's
Charlie's and the
angels?
Angels, yeah. Can I be Lucy Liu?
She's my favorite.
Oh no, I want to be Lucy Liu. That's not fair.
Think
I want to be
Drew
Lucy
Barrymore?
Liu.
I want to be Cameron
I feel
Diaz.
like I could be friends with Drew Barrymore. She's
Cameron
kind
D
of a loose
and
cannon.
Destiny. Charlie's Angels, come on.
When are they gonna make a sequel?
To the Charlie's Angels? They did.
No, a third one. They need a trilogy.
Did they not?
What do you think RWBY Volume 2 is?
Hello.
It's a Sigmy Pygmea.
What?
No.
Is that a quote? I don't.
Is that English?
No.
I think that's the bird that she says.
Oh.
But she is a bird. It's a bird.
So questions.
Yes, right.
Back to our Twitter
Well, just real quick.
questions.
Hey, so what was it like getting back into your characters after the break between the seasons?
Personally, for me, I think it was actually a lot easier because you kind of get the first season. We all had to kind of learn exactly how our voices would be, and it took a little bit of practice once we got first in the booth. But as soon as you really start talking like your character, it's just kind of like that on and off switch, almost like riding a bike. You can just kind of get back into it and know what it is. For me, anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's different now. I forget, where did we record this volume? Was it at the old studio or the new
It
studio?
was actually mostly the old studio.
It's weird now recording lines in the new studio because I'm not used to someone being able to see me when I record
I
my
agree
lines.
with that.
That's why I turn off the lights. My eyes always looks at like
I did
my
it.
lower half.
Do you stare at her boobies when she records?
He doesn't know it, but he does. Whenever I turn off the lights in the recording booth, Miles can't see me anymore. So he just kind of like stares, and he's not staring at my eyes.
Apparently, I'm staring at your boobs, but
it's
to me,
really
I'm just
funny.
staring at the blackness of my heart.
Yeah, it's mostly just like, oh, let's look over the monitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
Which
funny.
is booby height, I guess.
But I think it was really exciting to get back into characters because it's like my favorite thing that I do, like with the company, is RWBY, and it's like that to me is such a great escape and so much fun to be involved with because of just the response from the fans and everything that has been going on with RWBY and just the momentum of the show. So being able to do that and get back into the character is like, yes, RWBY again. Like,
Right.
I can't wait for Volume 3 if there's going to be a Volume 3. If like just to do it again because it's so much fun. Like I want to re-record the whole series again.
I want to re-record season 1. I feel like going into season 2, I felt more prepared and better, like acquainted with Blake
Exactly.
and getting to move on with her. But it just makes me want to go back and be like, I could do better in the first season. Just can we get like a remastered? Can we be like Disney and just remaster everything?
This season was a lot easier for Neptune for me. Very.
Really? I would think
It's
it'd be
fun
harder.
recording you, dude. It's fun. It's fun whenever we have to record Jean or Neptune because we'll just be like, all right, switch, and then we just switch who's in the booth
Yeah.
and who's at the computer.
Oh yeah, how is that? Is that weird a little bit?
It's like I don't know. It's
Do you give him direction?
I guess because we're so familiar with our characters since we wrote them, like
Yeah.
it's not a huge deal. Like getting the voice for Neptune, just like getting the voice for Jean and all the characters, it's rough at the start, but once you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like last night, we had to deal with some like corrupt file issues and stuff on RWBY, and Kara was like, "Hey, do we need to get some Jean lines?" So I was like, "All right, fine," but I wasn't in like a great mood. But I immediately did all the lines. We did all the lines, and then at the end of the take, I just started swearing as Jean, and we laughed so hard. Like it was like getting to just do a voice acting session in the middle of like a really rough night was it was just a lot of fun.
I have a clip of you swearing as Jean.
You do?
Because for a contest we did, we had to do voicemails, and I guess one person picked Jean and one person picked Yang. So like we did a bunch of takes of different things, and you went, "I'm Jean, fucking damn it!" Like
I was like, I had my lines go. Hello, this is Jean. God, fucking damn it!
By the way, one of the questions.
This is real middle name.
Somebody was asking why does RWBY have less vulgarity than RWBY? But I think we're.
Why does what?
Why does RWBY have less vulgarity than RWBY? But I think
Oh yeah,
commentaries, yeah.
I had to do. We had to do some fight pickups the other night
Yeah.
for Jean, and yeah, my immediate one was damn it, and I was like, oh, I can't, damn it, because RWBY is just like you can do whatever.
We're trying to make it more accessible for people.
Yeah,
We're ladies.
Yeah.
Well, also I think this
I
is.
assume 4-year-olds aren't going to watch behind the
This
scenes.
skews a lot
commentaries.
younger. Like
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people saying, like I showed this to my
8-year-old
6-year-old or 7-year-old daughter, and she loves it. And
I love getting stuff on Tumblr from like my 8-year-old sister really loves your show and she wanted me to show this to you. So they're really cute little pictures.
I got a Halloween tweet last Halloween of a 2-year-old that literally was dressed up as Weiss that her mom had made, and I was like, "That's so adorable." She's like, "It's her favorite character." I'm like, "Oh,
Great.
a 2-year-old
Did Anna ever tell you about her son as Tortrick? And
Oh
everyone
no,
thought-
I saw
super
the
cool
photos in the
looking.
Vine and
Everyone
everything. He was
like
fantastic.
everyone who saw her thought she showed her son Clockwork Orange.
Did I tell you what my mom's second grade class did?
No.
So my mom's a second grade teacher, and like near the end or near the beginning of the school year, I don't know what was going on, but they had like a free day, so she just showed them the RWBY trailer, and they were just like, "Oh wow, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever." So now she has this thing where on days where they have to get a lot of work done, she writes RWBY up on the board. Every time they misbehave, she erases a letter. If there's no letters at the end of the school day, they don't get to watch an episode of RWBY. But if there's a letter left and they behave, they get to watch RWBY. And like apparently, as a collective group, they all go "Silly Jean" whenever he does something like really dumb, which is like every time he's on.
Has she mentioned that you voice him, like her son?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're like, sometimes they'll be like Miles.
They ask for a bunch of free merch and
We have
stuff.
a drawing that one of our students made on the
Yeah.
fan art wall that looks like RWBY with a big old candy cane. I love it. It's awesome.
Adorable.
There's something on my shoe and it's tickling my leg.
It's a spider.
All right.
Solid commentary from
There's a
Blake
lot of
Goldeneye.
questions that go by, and maybe we can just like boil it to yes or no. Does religion exist in the world of RWBY? We've already gone kind of political and geopolitical at that, but
I think it's safe to say yeah. Whether or not we'll talk about it anytime soon,
Or if it's similar religions to what we have currently or not, you know.
yeah.
so you'll have to wait to find out.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
Yang's Jewish.
Yeah.
Can Blake be
She's definitely
Buddhist?
not.
If everything with a soul
Shalom.
has an aura, do other animal species have an aura?
Yeah, totally.
Everything that's a living
Like bunnies.
everything that's a living soul has an aura.
Barbara,
Like
like
trees.
What you can do with it is totally up to the individual.
It's like Pocahontas.
Yeah.
But maybe yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a circle of life.
It's that's not Pocahontas.
Make
Silly.
a character with these shoes.
Yeah.
It's the like every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name.
Oh my god, I love Toy Story.
Yeah.
I hate it so
All
much.
the people are asking,
Cars 3 is
is
great.
this, okay, so there's a lot of confusion again about what's a season, what's a volume,
Yeah.
what was originally supposed to be a season, how did we, so...
Okay. So yeah, originally the thought was there'd be a bit of a shorter break between volumes. There would be 2 volumes to make a season. Blah blah blah. At the end of the day, it all became kind of confusing, convoluted, and whatever it is, what you want.
We're not just going volume by volume, pretty much.
At this-
But originally...
Yeah, originally there was going to be 2 volumes that made one season. That was one big story arc. But we've enhanced our story arc, so volume 2 may not necessarily be the end of an overall story
original
arc.
plan
There may
for-
be
yeah.
another volume before we get to the end of this particular story arc.
Yeah.
Essentially, every time there's a break, the next time you see it, we'll call it another volume.
Is there going to be a Jean arc?
Already was.
Oh, yeah, people are wondering how long
Remember
we
that?
actually got a pun.
Yeah.
But I like the fact there was an analogy we were throwing around when we were starting the development of Volume 2, where it's just like you're just reading comic by comic.
Yeah.
You know?
They don't
Like,
look at
a
it
lot
too
of people
much.
are trying to compare a volume to what should be like a movie storytelling arc. 3 acts and a 3 act big climax and a whatever, and they kept trying to make these other comparisons.
It's the next issue. Sometimes you can kind of lump them together. It's
Yeah.
like, this is the Civil War saga, whatever. But it's like,
yeah.
Solid Palomo efforts.
what time is it, Grace? Should we start?
Yeah, let's go ahead and move on. So, something that's been going on this week here at Rooster Teeth and on the RWBY team is the fans are now just getting to watch. They got to see Chapter 4 last week and the first history lesson this week, and we're only a third of the way through the broadcast schedule, but really production is wrapping up on Volume 2. So we're also in the process of wrapping our animation team. The team is finishing up
Pat, where you going?
right now.
Get back here.
But let's go ahead and get the animation team up on
Absolutely.
stage.
All right, guys. Thank you.
everybody.
Thanks for hanging
everybody
out.
at once.
Please stick around and watch the
Yeah,
animation
yeah,
team. They're
sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, people should still hang out.
I'll try not to trip off the stage
I look
now.
behind me and they're all gone. It's just Alex.
Yeah.
Hi, Alex.
They're out. They moved.
All right, Carrie will go
Animation.
wrangle animators.
Carries off.
Okay.
What if I swallow?
Let's vamp.
Well, yes, but thank you guys so much for watching, and we hope that you are enjoying this volume. I liked the last episode personally.
What
There.
was the last episode?
Chapter 4, the big fight
The highway.
on the highway.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, Yang
Team RWBY assemble.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got a new
Blake.
character
and
too.
Blake.
And Neo.
Yeah.
Neo.
She was kind of a last minute addition, but she has gotten very popular.
She's pretty sweet looking.
Yeah.
Cause she's ice cream.
She made me
there's
so
a lot
hungry.
of questions about her going by, but I don't. We don't want to go to spoiler territory. Is there anything that you do want to say about Neo right now?
Yeah, Neo's kind of your brainchild. You want to go into her?
Gross.
I mean, there to be as vague as possible. There came a need for Torchwick to have like a right hand woman. So I was like, okay,
a hinge person.
I threw it together. You know, some inspiration came from one of my friend Sonia's female Torchwick cosplay. So I'm like, let me take that and make it a character. So I had the design already, and then I was like, I showed because Greg, like we had this need for it, and I'm like, Greg, how does this? And here's a cool concept and idea and comparison.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say any of that. So
Yeah, we kind of roughed out, you know, and then pitched to Miles and Carrie some things that they might be able to use to work with the backstory. But we'll see what comes into play.
And we'll use more of her later, but in the meantime, it's just an introduction to kind of like put it out there.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, sorry, we can't go into detail quite yet. Austin Hardwick, ladies and gentlemen.
Austin.
He is just
Formerly known as the pink-haired animator.
the king of class.
Yeah.
Now he's the purple-haired.
Yeah.
I just want to swallow this.
Is that Barbara's
The
cue to
blue mic
leave?
is live.
Hardly.
She's like, oh,
no,
fuck,
we're-
I'm getting the fuck out of
we're
here.
getting you guys
And we can
on.
bounce the
Yeah.
mic around between whoever's answering questions.
This is a thing.
Thanks, gang.
Put it on your face. Oh. Well, I gotta get out
This
first.
one.
Animation team assemble.
Yes.
They can squeeze around the couch, grab chairs.
Here in the front, we can pass the blue mic around the front if everybody just wants to sit in the front.
Yeah. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Probably move the bucket.
It's not your face. I wanted to sit down your face.
Hey, Joe, what's up? How you doing?
Hi.
You not want to sit down with me? You think you're too good for me? Is that how it is? Yeah, I get it.
So
I
tell you
don't-
what, let's get
No hurt
everybody on
feelings?
stage and let's either be on a mic or pass the blue mic around.
Okay, that
And
sounds
each
good.
animator, introduce yourself. And if you worked on a scene that was in chapter 1 through 4, you can talk about what that scene was real quick.
Is that all that's come out yet?
That's where we're at.
Maybe you
5
should
is
sit
not
here
out
so you're by
yet.
a
So
mic.
we've only made it as far
No?
as
Okay.
the highway fight.
Okay.
You.
Hey, Dustin, how you doing? I'm Austin Hardwick. I worked on a lot of chapter 3, any of the chase scene, anything with Penny, really. And
Oh, the alley chase, yeah.
Yeah, and then the stuff in chapter 4 with actually, just Penny, really. Okay. Here you go, son.
Oh, does this work?
You pass it around.
What are we talking about?
In the front.
Who are you anyway?
Introduce yourself.
Who are you and what you work on 1 through 4?
Hey, I'm Dustin. I worked on stuff.
Stuff. You worked on stuff. What do you work on?
I'm trying to think 1 through 4.
2. We did the.
Oh, 2. I did the first half of 2 and the
board game.
very end of 2. Yeah,
The
board
board
game.
game.
board game.
The board
yeah,
game.
there you
Yeah.
There we go.
So he did the
That was
first
my
scene in the
shit.
library. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the funnest thing
Oh,
I did all
I have a
season,
mic.
actually.
This
Oh,
thing
okay.
works, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, I'm
That's not my
Harley.
mic. It's just a prop.
I worked on chapter 2 when Weiss jumps up and gets all
in
crazy
the
on
dorm
the
room.
chair in
Yeah.
the dorm room.
You do a
And-
lot of Weiss animation, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
I get a lot of scenes where the girls are in the dorm room kind of going through some emotional breakthrough or something.
Really, do we have a lot of scenes like that? Does that
yeah.
happen a lot?
And then chapter 3. Well, yeah, that does happen quite often.
Yeah.
Deal with the classes?
Yeah. I
No,
don't know.
cool.
It's like,
Yeah.
transition
Chapter
lenses.
3, Neptune
Manual
is
transition.
outside the room, and then he comes in, and you know,
Yeah.
you kind of see a little something
Yeah,
between.
getting ready to go Scooby-Doo on things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You try.
Okay.
Chapter 4, the club scene.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So you had to deal with
you see better
the
or worse?
I
bring
can see
Junior
better,
back.
actually.
That's right.
So that was a pre-season 1 asset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was fun.
So
We
that
got
was
to-
that was a little wacky, huh?
a little bit. It wasn't so bad because Jeff kind of got everything back up to speed really quick.
Yeah. Shout out to Jeff Yon, our technical director.
Jeff,
In
where
fact,
are
you know,
you?
If any other
Jeff is
crew
coming.
Jeff, sit there.
Hey,
Is he?
yeah. Let's get everybody out here.
Sitting in the dark.
Yeah. It's in a constant state. You know, the funny thing, because your microphone's down there, probably no one can have heard you.
So
That's
yeah,
fine. I thought they could hear me here.
we'll
they
keep-
might.
keep calling out everybody here. Let's keep moving around here. Everybody introduce themselves.
Okay. Let's go up here.
Speak into my mic, sir.
You love it.
Hi,
You
I'm
love
Joel
it.
Mann. I worked on chapter 5 and afterwards.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So Joel is the
Oh,
very
yeah.
last addition to the animation team. So you have not been able to check out his sweet action quite yet, but it's coming soon.
It's coming.
Yeah.
He's hurt.
And then we got
Do I need the blue mic?
Ian is over here. Sorry, Ian's looking at the mic. All right. No,
You're
we're
not-
gonna Bill.
You're
Solo
not Ian.
Bill.
Ian, you look different today.
Hey guys, I'm Bill. I worked on chapter 1, 3, and 4. I got to work a lot on the chase scene. I can't remember what 4 and I got to work on a crowd scene for 1. It's like right when I got here.
So
Yay, extra
many
control.
crowds.
Yeah.
Which crowd scene? Which one?
It's just 2 people sitting at a table.
That doesn't sound
It's
like
not
a crowd.
Yeah,
And the uncle walking down the street. There's
Yeah,
crowds.
so he had not worked in Poser
Yeah.
before, so we're like, hey, welcome to the team.
It
Here's
was an
the animation
insert.
tool. Start making crowds run around Vale. So yeah, we had just started working on the plan
establishing
to
shots.
Yeah,
That
so the
was my
establishing
getting
shots
used to
in
poser
one.
time.
Right.
So I had the people at the cafe table and the crowds walking around the street.
Probably
Basically,
correct.
he got to exercise the new extras for the first time.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. No, see, my first with William was that one really girly scene that hasn't happened yet.
The Weiss?
Yeah, he had a Weiss scene, and I'm like, is that you? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned that in the
Yeah, let me
commentary.
try. I'll try.
Cool.
1, 2,
Next up,
3,
we've got
4. Nope.
Joe Mack.
Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe McDonald. I worked a lot on episode 1, I guess. A lot of the cafeteria.
You've been with the club for a
pre-cafeteria
long
stuff.
time.
Yeah,
like
he worked
since-
on RWBY 1.
When did you start? Was that February?
Oh, this show? No, he started on Volume 1.
No, I mean like for this
Oh,
season.
this year, yeah. So
Yeah, he's
the schedule this year went like this. We were in the official first day of production on RWBY Volume 2 was December 5th last year. And the guys were still cranking away on the scripts, but we knew enough to start modeling all the sets that we thought we were going to need. And then animation team came in the beginning of the third week of
just
February.
keep piling
And that
stuff
was
up there.
most
What's on
everybody
top
except
of
for our
that?
last two animators that came in around March or so.
There's no way.
And then so that started principal animation, and then principal animation is ending right now, hence the whole celebration right now.
I just remember it being me, Shane, and Joe for like several months.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Joe actually helped you guys get going with Chapter 1.
That's right.
Yeah, so he was part of the. So we were running a bunch of tests where we're using Chapter 1 as an experiment to kind of see how we're going to improve the look of the volume this year and test out some of the new technology and the new
Some of the
rigs and all
physics,
that.
getting that all worked out.
Yeah, and the new
was-
enhancements and posers.
There
That
it
was
is.
cool. I think you did the White Fang rally scene in 4, which is one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
Because you're in it.
You're in it twice.
Got to suit you up for the mocap.
Do people know?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, thanks very much. So
I
yeah,
thought
I
it was
remember.
amazing.
Yeah, the point of trivia was just that Joe walked up to me. He was trying to work on like how should Torchwick be presenting, doing all the speechifying to the crowd, and we were brainstorming ideas. And at that point, he's like, "Oh, screw it, we'll just put you in the mocap suit."
Yeah.
So that was the very first time I ever got to mocap that day. And then as long as I was in the suit, they were like, "Oh, great, we need some mocap of Locust hitting the ground too. Do that." So no one else had to get their bruises today. It's like they put me through what they.
My
have to
favorite
go
part
through
of
all the
that
time.
scene is like the little Easter eggs with like Joe would have a White Fang member with his glasses on top of his mask for some reason.
Yes, which I don't want to get too spoilery, but people should keep looking for that.
And the Freebird guy as well.
Yeah, Freebird.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, he's even in the trailer. People were like, "What's up with the guy?" with the-
My son saw that and he was like, "Dad, why is there a guy going like this?"
That's what that was.
I was like,
Okay.
what is that guy doing?
You
Hold up
sometimes you
ladders.
have way too much fun with these scenes.
Yeah. There's a lot of decisions that are made at like 2
Only
a.m.
8 hours. We were just like, fuck this.
This is gonna be funny, and then you wait for someone to say, "What's going on with that?" and they don't say anything, and then it comes out, and you're like, "That made it in." Oh my gosh.
I know what scene you're talking about, Austin.
Yeah.
Fuck you for that scene.
What did you do?
I don't know. I know what you're talking about. Oh yes, definitely.
It's this one.
Oh yeah, I love that scene.
Ian.
I'm glad that that's in.
I'm glad it's
my
in
name is
too.
Ian.
God damn it.
My name is Ian. I'm another animator. I worked on, I think, mainly 3, 7, and 9.
Okay.
And the beginning of 11. And yeah, I think the biggest one that I worked on was the Blake and Yang serious talk. But yeah.
He did the Weiss at the calling her back home scene too.
Oh yeah, Weiss at
so
the
you
CCT.
were the first one in the CCT, right?
Yeah, I had the first set of sequences that was actually inside the beacon tower in the CCT, which was pretty cool. Like it's also kind of interesting because I have my characters walk in before any of the post stuff, so she walks in and everything's blank. But then I look at the episode and I'm like, oh, there's stuff everywhere that I could not see otherwise. Awesome.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit. So, what the flow of animation? What do you guys get? You know, you look at our shot tracking system and you find out, oh, hey, I've been assigned another scene, and then what do you get, and what's the next phase?
Usually, it's like you look at you read the script really quickly just to figure out the basics of what's going on. Then it's who's in it, where it's at, yeah,
or ignore it.
You just kind of get the general idea of what's going on, then you just ignore the script. And then
you get an animatic. Yeah,
Yeah.
either the imagery or you get the shot list on
yeah.
screen.
If you don't have storyboards, you take your your words that are on a
list,
timeline,
yeah.
your shot list, thank you, and you go to Carrie or Gray yourself, and we kind of like storyboard it out really quickly.
Yeah.
As we go through it, and then we have to create a layout in Poser, so just get all the characters where they need to be, and get the timing, and once that's approved, we move into animation.
I think everybody kind of does it a little differently
Yeah, that's
because like I know most people do that, but what I usually do is I set up my first shot, completely animate it, then take the last frame of that shot and use it as the template for the next shot, so I know that the continuity is like more or less perfect between the two.
Yeah, so
and
at
I
that
don't
point you're
have to
doing
go
your
back
own
and forth.
layout. You're not necessarily using back when we were providing the poser files.
Yeah.
Sometimes some of the artists use those, some of them don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own way of kind of approaching it.
I got.
Ian doesn't mocap.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I don't mocap.
Oh, that's
at
right.
all.
Yeah, so you guys want to talk about some of you guys are more mocap centric. Some of you guys do nothing but keys. Some of you are a blend. It kind of depends on the scene, right?
Ian?
Mocap,
What was the
keys,
question?
yes.
Oh yeah. So
do you think you're better than us? That was the question.
Yes.
Feel free to chime in. Just lean
And
into the
how
mic or
much
whatever.
better than us do you think you are?
I like.
On a scale from 1 to 10.
We're here. Where are you?
I like up there.
Okay. Okay.
Just-
understandable. Yeah.
just
Yeah.
way up there.
Yeah. That.
No,
I think
I-
you're hot shit.
Yeah,
Cool.
very hot.
I usually I go about a different method. Usually, Maggie will say, "Okay, you're assigned this," and then I'll go over to Carrie's desk. I'll knock a bunch of stuff off.
That's the first step
yeah,
of any creative process at Rooster Teeth.
Knock as much of
Knock everything
Carrie's
off Carrie's desk.
desk specifically. Go over. Hey, what's up? and then I'll just say, "Tell me what I'm doing here," and he'll say, "Did you read the script?" And I'll say, "Why the fuck would I do that?" And so he'll go down. He'll usually act it out, and then I'll just go animate, and he'll say, "That's great because you're amazing."
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I've got a new question for the animators. So, who wants to talk about the boob jiggle this year?
Dustin would.
That boob jiggle, though. Am I right?
So you had a lot of boob jiggle.
Yeah, where's it coming from, and what are you guys doing to try and manage it?
We actually this season last season I would
just mark
mocapped all the boob outs.
last season I would actually take the time to put the boob jiggle in, but this year we actually have physics, so you just run a sim and then it goes. But when the sim goes, it's always too much, and then sometimes they'll knock back and forth like those little balls that exist around the wrist. So like that's a thing that happens sometimes, which is kind of weird.
Physics
anyway,
are fun.
So you run the physics and then it's like. And then you just have to like sort that out.
That's going to be an animated GIF for later. I want to see that.
Oh no, we have scenes saved out.
No, of Dustin
well,
doing
that too, but yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. But
yeah, no, boob physics. I think they've improved the show. I think we should.
I think there's a lot of shots that made it into the board game thing that was one of the earlier things I did, and
some
it
of
was
that
like
out,
I
where
should
it
have.
was so close to release of the episodes. Like, okay, yeah, we're going to scale in another 10% to just try and
Well, that was
hide
like
some stuff.
one of the earlier shots I did. I was like, I could put that much boob jiggle in there.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then seeing it later, I was like, because I have been toning it down since then. I was like, yeah, I probably should have toned some of those down.
Honestly, I think I'm more upset, and I think viewers would be more upset that we have a significant lack of dick jiggle.
Ah.
There's barely any of that.
Noted.
Yeah, it's sexist.
you say that, and yet, I'm working on a chapter right now where I saw a shot go by. I'm like, I wonder if we should put a note on that. No, hey, equal
Yeah,
opportunity.
add more. Like John
Right.
is running towards
Or
Pyrrha.
just constantly erect.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
I think I don't ever know if physics would be responsible for that. We just
I mean, there's no. It's
we just
rock
got
hard.
We just got a popsicle stick, and I think we fixed the problem.
Yeah. You can.
Well, yeah, the clock is starting to tick down. Let's send the mic that way, and let's introduce the rest of the crew. So we've been talking to the animators on animation support. We've got Jeff Yon doing. He's our technical director, and he and I are working on part of the look in the show in post, and he's been dealing with lighting. So
Lots of lighting, which is fun. We do it in 3D, and then also on compositing. Working with you and figuring out the colors for the final look.
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
I've been how's wrangling these guys and keeping them happy this year been going?
Well, it's just like Ian said, everybody has a different approach, and that's certainly visible when it comes to render. You know, everybody does the best. We all have a lot of long hours, so, you know, as long as we make it.
Jesus Christ.
Optimism is my strength.
You're staring straight at me. We're like, oh, we're all very different. Some of our methods worse than others, much worse, in fact. But you know what? Someone loves you. You're the king of the backhanded compliment.
Next up, we got Cesar.
Hi.
Gracia. Did I say that right? I screwed that up, didn't I?
No, you said it
Caesar,
right.
your Tumblr
Gracia,
posts
yes.
are great.
So yeah, Caesar is our, he's one of our 3D modelers.
Follow Kaiser Geyser on Tumblr. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Is it
Getting out the phone right now.
It's
just dick pics.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So you, along with our other modelers, Tim Reed and Dennis Bruber, you guys did all the models this year, and shout out there somewhere to Charles Taylor, who did our rigging of the characters. But you were just talking about the CCT. That was
The
one of
CCT
yours, right?
was Tim. Yeah.
The CCT was Tim. Oh, you did Osmond's office.
I did Osmond's
There we
office,
go.
the library.
You do look great.
Oh, thanks. Also, Tuxon's shop.
Yeah.
And other things that
You know,
haven't
pour a little
appeared
out
yet.
for Tuxon here.
And that's about it.
Cool. Cool, man. Paco! Paco!
There it is. I am awake when Jeff is sleeping. That's my job.
We'll put that on a business card for you.
No, I work on the renders and help Jeff with whatever else he might need.
You do a great job.
Thank you. Which is dealing with what they were saying, the animators, how they have their own way of doing things.
Mhm.
That comes into play during the render all the time, too. I kind of have to go figure it out to the point where if they see me coming towards them, you see their face go,
Nobody ever comes up to us.
what did I do
Good
wrong?
reason, yeah.
It's not as bad as when Daniel comes up to you.
I try to make it better.
Yeah.
You know something's gone wrong.
Yeah, I walk by the animators a lot, and half the
I
time it's
cringe
just to
every time.
fuck with them.
Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow editor, Daniel Fabello, and our sound designer.
And the sound designer, so if anybody has any... No,
Well, it's
there's
more
no
about
going to be
sound,
sound
but-
questions.
I got some sound notes for you.
Oh, Jesus.
They're fire noises.
What's your favorite sound this year? What's your favorite weapon or what?
So every year I've been telling people this, I get bowling pins into the season somehow. There's no bowling in RWBY. I've already done it once.
Oh yeah, it was the tables, right?
It was the tables.
Okay.
When Ren slides into the
I'm gonna
tables.
put an actual bowling scene in. I'm gonna request that you don't use bowling.
Oh, that would be cool.
What a
Challenge
challenge.
accepted. I've already started putting another set of bowling pins in another scene, but we'll see if they stay. But yeah, so that's there.
Okay.
You know, but the milk squeezing. I like the milk squeezing in the food fight.
You would.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
What did you do for that?
It's a liquid splat with a fart.
With a fart.
Gotta get
He
that
does his
fart.
own sounds.
And how did you do it for RWBY?
Was the
I've
fart-
got beer. Never mind.
The
Was
sausage,
it Foley
the
or-
sausage sound was great.
The sausage sound. That's just papers,
Yeah,
pages
That
flipping.
was my suggestion.
That was Monty's suggestion.
Maggie? Yeah, listen on down here. Ladies and gentlemen,
Deary.
our spectacular production coordinator, Maggie.
My name is Maggie.
I was waiting for that.
No one knows what I do.
The Tommy.
Tommy?
Yeah.
She tells us what to do.
She buys food.
I make spreadsheets and flowcharts.
She cracks the whip.
Schedules.
Yeah. And Alex, who's helping us out.
Okay, wait.
Let's get back to that for a second here.
Maggie will come over and just be all like, "What are you doing?" Just working.
Supposed to have that done 3 days ago.
You're supposed to have that done. I was just, this is getting real hard. Oh, is that so?
My spreadsheet says.
Yeah.
No, you're. Late.
No, you're late. Yeah.
It's gonna be
no.
a late night tonight.
No, I'm gonna finish. It's gonna be late. You're gonna be working here all night. Well, I don't know. I was thinking I was taking a late night, but it's supposed to be. You're gonna have this done tomorrow. By tomorrow when we come in, right?
You do understand today's the 23rd.
I'm gonna need a date.
Yes,
when
the
this
23rd,
occurred.
and it needs
supposed to be done the 13th.
The 13th, and so you're not done. No. So when I come in tomorrow, it's gonna be done.
Let me move some things around.
That
scene you wanted.
This is
not
this
anymore.
is no. This is no good. I know. I was actually thinking about coming in
And then she's
late
like, "You're
tonight.
fired."
They're not actually fired. I took it back. They said they don't want to. But if you work hard. Well, I was thinking about coming in.
Yeah, no.
So anyways,
That's actually not
We've
what
had a
I'm
lot of these
like.
conversations with her.
they go on forever.
Never fired anyone at Rooster Teeth?
Never officially fired anyone.
Over here we got Alex Juarez.
I work on renders. I help Paco out. He helps Jeff out. I help him out.
Yeah, you helped us out in Volume 1.
Yes.
You've done
did a
like a
little bit of
variety of
modeling.
stuff where you're reaching in and helping beef up shots with crowds and so forth.
Yeah,
that was
loading
more last
shots
year. But
sometimes. Mainly checking renders, making sure that they're all good, making sure that we don't miss little things here and there.
yeah.
So.
He made Blake's ribbon last year.
That was actually a thing. Yeah, it was like impossible to get to work right inside a poser. So yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah.
Fuck that
Film
ribbon.
of the shot.
I mean, you did a good job. Fuck that ribbon.
I guess we're missing Patrick walked off, huh?
Motherfucking.
Where the
fuck he
Okay.
go?
Well, hello, Patrick.
Shout out to Pat.
Yeah.
He draws stuff sometimes.
He does.
And
Shout out to
Christine
Pat.
out there in
No.
LA somewhere.
He's just the worst.
Our art team. But that's pretty much it
I
for
think
now.
that's everybody.
Any just let me check
Got
for
some
any more
questions?
tech questions real quick. No buffering.
Yeah, Maggie has caused me to cry more than once. Definitely.
She has to whip.
Can you tell
an
me when that
actual whip.
was?
I
Because
don't
you
wanna-
didn't let me see.
I don't.
Oh.
Mean. You're so mean all the time.
Awesome.
Maggie's there to stop my tears. Whenever
She's there to stop your
yeah,
tears.
when I'm
well,
crying,
she's a fucking.
she's there for
a-
me.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Careful now. Oh, no,
She will
you do.
I will fire you, Oscar.
Any lost? I can't even speak. Any last? So people were asking if there were other languages in Remnant, and I think we're making it up right now. Any last thoughts for the fans? Anything you want to talk about with animation or how things are going this year?
Gary's the best.
Everyone's
Anybody wanna
still so
plug anything?
damn
Any
exhausted.
inspiration?
Yeah, no one's.
Oh, Kaiser, Caesar. How do you spell your Tumblr? I was looking for it. You know, it's Kaiser Kaiser and then Geyser.
GEI. You know.
GEI.
Yeah, GEI.
GEI. Thank
SEI.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Money,
Oh.
wrap up thoughts.
I wish there were more episodes out so we
Yeah,
could
me
talk
too.
about more stuff.
Yeah, I know. Well, here we're doing a lot more DVD commentaries on Volume
Yeah.
2's disc. We're in the middle of recording them right now, and I think, man, what are we at, like 4 different tracks right now, Daniel?
We're gonna have 4 different commentaries.
Yeah, so we're gonna have creative team, animation team, technical,
One of them is
and
just
cast. So yeah, you'll be able to hear about
Talking
what
about
everybody's up to in more
completely
detail for all the later episodes when that comes out.
Daniel, are you on one of the commentaries?
I'm on
You should just have like a Daniel
Just me?
commentary.
Just me? That no.
Tom Cruise was much better than all
Money,
of
we're a
this.
third of the way through the season. Any messages to the fans about what they should, what you're looking forward to, what they should stay tuned for? Stuff
It's
coming up.
It's pretty fun. We're working on some of like the end stuff right now.
Yeah.
We're like just tying that bow, so it's a lot of fun to see stuff get wrapped. I want to get some sleep. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's actually kind of surreal to feel like we're wrapping up season 2 already from something that was just like, I feel like making a trailer. Hey, look at this. This is cool, right? Red Riding Hood with a scythe, and then boom.
A thing.
Yeah, then a thing happened. Yeah.
It was a cool
Buy
thing.
more merch. Buy more merch.
I was like, no, I shouldn't do that. That's
But seriously, buy plushies. You should make a penny plushie because I want a penny plushie.
I want a penny plushie.
Yeah,
we,
right?
we should
We
we
really
should have
should
some
do a
polls
poll.
for
Poll would
for
be
like
great.
what other figures, what other sorts of shirts and so forth. So stay tuned. Hey, thanks to everyone for sending in all the fan art. It's been kind of cool to use those.
For your patience with it too.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go through it one by one.
Yeah, there's been a lot, and yeah, I mean all the new stuff that we've been seeing the last couple of weeks. Go to that contest page on roosterteeth.com and
fan
post
art.
it.
Fan art in general is awesome.
Yeah, we see stuff go by on all the sites all the time that we love, but we can't use it in the
like
show
the
if you don't
second
post it
the
on Rooster
episodes
Teeth.
come out like right after, like I'll go Tumblr. Like
Yeah.
they'll- like within minutes they'll already be like drawings of stuff.
Drawings
that happened
and
in that episode.
closet cosplay and everything. I love it.
Yep.
It's just so cool. But thanks to everyone for watching so far. We hope that you love the next batch of episodes that are coming out soon.
Yeah, next week, episode
Chapter 5.
Chapter 5.
Chapter 5.
It's a good one.
Is alive.
Yeah, it's a really good one.
Cool. All right, everybody. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. And if you're just now catching the show and you're not a Rooster Teeth sponsor, then at 7 o'clock Central Time tonight, History Lesson number 1, World of Remnant, Dust will go live to the public. So enjoy that. And we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.